Hi, Great Wave, one of the most important companies that you might never heard of. There is huge hype around generative AI, and it is great to partner with a company that are bringing this hype to life in a real way and using some of the tools and techniques to make generative AI work, particularly in a regulated environment. I'm Steve Russell, Director of Data Strategy and Technology at Warwickshire Police. And like lots of organisations in the public sector, we are trying to understand how we best run the race of AI and cut through the hype and ultimately deliver value to our staff and the public at large. I think Great Wave have a fantastic platform and approach to help cut through this hype and deliver real value quickly in your business. To kind of take it back a step, we get bombarded every day as CTO for Warwickshire with solutions, ideas, all badged with AI, some of it genuinely interesting, some of it, to be frank, snake oil. And actually, I think one of the challenges is no longer is AI important to your business. I think that question has been well and truly answered. The question has moved on from can we do it to how do we do it and should we do it? And I think what organisations need is a trusted partner on which to build out kind of enterprise scale AI in a way that truly adds value early on and is sustainable into the future. The key for me is how do you develop an architecture that allows you to bring AI into your business and land that with your workforce and deliver value from day one. And I see kind of three levels to that. There is the kind of personal level. There will be ubiquitous tools, Copilot chat that you give to your staff, and it becomes like an email account and having access to the internet. And at the other level, there will be AI built into applications that you buy, enterprise applications like ServiceNow or other big tools where you'll get AI within the application. I think the key bit and the missing bit is what does that enterprise level agentic AI look like that is unique to your business and your context and your processes and that complements the other two. And I think that's the gap that we're really keen to fill. And it's the gap that isn't served by the application space and the kind of personal AI space. And for me, that's the gap that Great Wave fill in terms of providing a trusted platform on which to build out your AI solutions in a way that is flexible and responsive to your business needs. We're keen on a partnership approach to work with a UK-based startup that shares the same ambitions as we do. There are lots of big players in this space and lots of companies that claim to support your needs. We wanted somebody that we believed could build on the technology stack that we already had in place, and we could leverage that to link in with our Power Apps and our RPA and other bits of technology that we have in force. And Great Wave, and I suppose the fantastic bit, the bit that kind of always stands out is we gave Great Wave a couple of problems, and I think it was within 24 hours, and I suspect they sat on it for 12 of those hours, came back with a prototype that just showed that proof of value straight away. What organisations are going to absolutely want and need is the kind of trust and control, the ability to know that the solution is delivering the value and how do they get that feedback in. And lots of the platforms that I've seen lack that. They can deploy the AI, but in terms of is the AI working as you intended, is it delivering the business value? How do you get that feedback into the platform and iterate, I think is critical. And Great Wave solve that problem by providing a platform that we can embed that gives us the trust and the control to deploy AI and get feedback from our users on what's working and what's not and make adjustments necessary. So we're really excited. I think AI has to prove value, and you want to prove value early, and you want to have quick adoption. And I think a platform that has already been tried and tested, that builds on the work. Their models are now becoming commodities. They are less the issue. The challenge is the interface between the business and the model, and the platform interface between that is absolutely the critical link to deliver value. And Great Wave have a solution that has resolved that, and you can build that on day one. Yeah, and there's always a danger in policing. There's 43 all doing the same thing, and I think to date we've focused on the use case, and I think what you want is a consistent set of standards and a consistent approach that you can replicate, and I think Great Wave offers that opportunity, and it would be great if forces could provide, one of the things police is great is it's sharing its best practice with each other. What you therefore need though is a kind of trusted, consistent set of standards on which to share that so that you can apply the solution from force A. And I think that's been critical, and one of the conversations we've had with Great Wave is how do we build that kind of transparency around what the agent is doing, and therefore being able to provide that feedback and support to other forces who will no doubt be interested, and equally take feedback and support from other forces and apply that within our platform. And I do think having some standardised processes, documentation and approach is critical, whatever solution you go down. So we're really keen to work with other forces and for other forces to work with us, whatever their approach is, because what we don't want to do is the same thing 43 different ways when actually other forces have got solutions they've addressed and we can apply them in. The key is how do we apply them within our platform quickly, and my kind of hope is that the ability for the Great Wave platform to consume that specification quite quickly is a critical advantage for us in terms of scaling out our AI solutions.